The difference in trying to make a difference now does not have the advantage of a collective people who are all the recipients and know they are the recipients of racism, lack of social justice. All of that is more complex for people to understand now. It was easy back then. All of us could not do public accommodations, register to vote, and it brought us together in a unified way, and it brought and it emerged leaders, and the leaders were not second guessed and picked at by the community. They rallied behind the lessons from the civil rights movement. The real answer is we cannot use all of those lessons. What we need to do, however, is to be reminded of how devastating Jim Crow, racism, discrimination was. And that's why we're going to take these youth and bring them face to face with what it was.
I was 8 years old when Obama got elected. It was like cool to see somebody that looked like me in front of hundreds or thousands of people, and all their eyes are on him, and he's just cool. Obama's cool. Like, he's just a chill guy, and he just soaked it all in and took advantage of what had happened. It was like something that we could hold on to. It was like a new form of hope. There was finally a point in history where Black people had won something. When I woke up, my mom came in my room and she told me that Trump was elected. And it was such a sad day. You've seen America take steps, and then all of a sudden they're going backwards. And it's just hard to really just stay positive in a time like this. And it just bothers me as a young person.
Being here in Birmingham feels overwhelming because not too long ago, this place used to be a war zone. This is where African Americans, whites, and everybody was here together, terrorized, basically. And today I walk around, it feels weird to be here. It feels strange, but yet powerful. You get to see images, you get this, it's a different feeling, because when you're reading, you're just reading, you're like, I have to do this. But when you're actually here in person, seeing these images, the films, walking through these museums in the church where the 4 girls were bombed, it's different. It's scary.
There have been many times where I have experienced like racism and discrimination. Me and my sister, we both went to the same middle school, not at the same time. But I remember hearing all the stories she would tell me. There was like things people say like all the time, and it makes me sad thinking about it. My voice is shaking. They said really bad things. I'm crying now. Ooh, okay. I have been called the N-word before. Oh gosh, I'm crying now. Sorry. And I've never told Raven that, so now she knows. And I've never told anyone that actually. And it was really hard to deal with actually. I didn't know what to do because, you know, all the teachers were white too, and they would just like push it off, like shrug it off. Oh, I'm crying. I didn't think I was gonna cry. Yeah, they said a lot of bad stuff before. It was a one-day thing. I don't know, we were just hanging out at lunch and these kids just walked past me and they said it, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do because I was just eating, and I was just really confused because I was new to that school and I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know anyone there. So I kind of just like sat there. Feels like I'm like less human than I should be. Like it just brings us all the way back to the times where we don't want to be, like the 60s, even before the 60s. It's just a bad feeling, really. That's all I can say.
It's different when you read it in the history book and you're being taught it, and then actually stepping on the stool and the stand that Dr. Martin Luther King and Jesse Jackson and people like this have actually spoke on, and they've been there. Like this isn't just a reincarnation of what actually happened. This is the actual place where it happened. I think it's very good to know our history, to not know that there's fabricated things going on in our history. People are trying to portray African American history in the civil rights movement.
This modern day resurgence of racism, honestly, I think it comes from the fact that white people who have power and different things like that, they feel that they don't like the fact that we have hope. They don't like the fact that we have confidence in ourselves, because they want to hold us down.
Yes, I've experienced racism many times in my life. Started off in elementary, actually, because a lot of the kids didn't understand why I was dressed from head to toe, why I was always covered, why I didn't understand them, why I didn't speak the language. It went to bullying too, because they started like taking my hijab off, because they was like, oh, you don't have hair. Do you have hair? Yes, I have hair. When a bomb happens or whatever, or like 9/11 comes, everybody looks at me because I'm the only African in the classroom, or I'm the only Muslim in the classroom. So everybody looks at me like, and I can hear him whisper in the corner like I know you're talking about me because this is the topic about terrorism, and I'm the only Muslim in there. So it's hard. I've been attacked because of my religion. It's hard. Like, I can't change it. I wouldn't change it. I don't want to change it. It's who I am. I'm a Muslim and I'm proud of it.
To my little sister, after her going through what she went through, I would say stand up for what you know is right. No matter how much backlash you get or how many negative things are thrown at you, you should power through it, and you shouldn't take it, because you should be courageous and stand up for what you know is right, because there are other kids out there who are going through the same thing. So you can stand up for yourself, and that things are going to get better, and that you can get through this badness.
I'm not sure that Martin and Malcolm and Medgar walked into this challenge and saying, I'm prepared to give my life. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure they had the courage. They just kept walking, and they lost their life. And so we should not think they entered the struggle as seeing themselves as potential. They were ordinary people. Martin was ordinary, extraordinary in some ways, but human. And Malcolm and Medgar, children, families, dreams.
I want to be able to go back home and be like, hey, don't call me this, don't call me that. You want to know why? Because that's not who I am. Don't put me in that same category as what they did or how they did it. I don't want to, I want to change. I want to change how we, the Black community, is right now.